Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 21 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Bryan, and Reaves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. And I'm going to use the full Christian name of the podcast because, and I feel bad that we are one amigo down for this. As of this week, Reaves is here.
Hey babies, prayers up, God bless. Let's use our full Christian vernacular when we are speaking in this podcast, because of course, you know, these are the listeners we're going after now. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we're in election season.
Mm-hmm.
We have to maybe bend a little bit in areas that we aren't normally comfortable with.
We got to go for
we
the
have to
swing states.
Yes. We have to draw in the flock.
Yes.
So,
And from what I've seen, Christians, when you, as someone who used to be fairly active Christian, in the youth Christian sense,
you're running all the time with the other Christians.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. When something says that it's Christian, the Christians go, "That's my shit."
Yeah.
And they roll hard for it. So, you know, your Under Oaths, your Norma Jeans, your Mays, your Copelands, your Project 86s, your
More. Give me
gosh. I got like Project 80 POD sort of, Evanescence
Yes.
sort of. Those are, I was trying to do like not so big ones, but I kind of ran out. Falling up, Reliant K.
Yes.
Switchfoot.
Wait, with Switchfoot, and this is great content. Is that we were meant to live so much more?
We lost ourselves.
Yeah,
That's
that song
them.
fucking rocks.
Yeah, that song rules. What are we talking about?
We're bringing them into the flock. We are
Yes.
now pivoting a bit, opening our gates to be more Christian. And so, you know, you'll see some changes to the pod a little bit to accommodate our guests, our guest audience.
Mm-hmm.
And you might also notice, if you're a normal listener, that Jamal isn't here. We had some disagreements over whether or not we should include said flock. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna sit this one out.
He's abstaining.
I'm gonna take a knee on this one, and you guys see how it goes.
Yeah,
and
so we're the trial. We're the test subjects here.
Mm-hmm.
The rats.
We're the rats.
Good Christian rats. What was it? Oh yeah. So the reason that I said all this, I think, was because here's okay. So another reason that we're doing this Christian thing is because we have been a podcast for 4 years.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know how long a lot of podcasts live, but it seems like we're getting close to the end of it. Like most people do, when you're about to bite it, you gotta pick a side, because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the harm in that? Like, you're on your deathbed, everyone, your whole family's there. You're getting ready to cross the rainbow bridge.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go, "I love Jesus." Stamp that ticket.
Get him in here. Let me sign the contract. I
Mm-hmm.
know which way I feel like I am. Put it all on the cross. That's where I think
Yes.
I'm going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, that's that's what we're doing as a podcast. We're on our deathbed because we swallowed a bunch of Legos, and now we are punching our ticket to that side of religion. We support it. We think it's good. And to Brian's point, we're 4 years in here,
Yeah.
and we are contractually obligated to continue until we reach net zero of Pod Chef.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, what better time than now to find religion? Okay,
Yeah. Let's just do it.
let's do it.
What better place than here, a better time than now? Okay, so maybe that'll come up later, maybe it won't. Who knows? I think it's also important to say, I think we can quickly go over some of the things we feel like we've accomplished in 4 years.
That's a great idea.
I will start by saying we were number 3 on a podcast list of top chef podcasts. Number 2, we're saying number 2 because you of course are going to lose to the
Olive Garden
Olive
podcast or whatever
Garden
it's called.
Podcast Network.
Yeah.
And we've had, I mean, we've not been doing guests in a while. There's
No.
clearly something happening there, but we have had some good guests.
We've had some great ones. I mean, look back at it. Some real famous people have been on this podcast.
Yeah.
And now we are in a pivot period where we're rotating in and out hosts.
Yep.
And no matter what kind of sequence or patterning of hosts, there's always an absence of guest.
Yes.
No matter what, that seat's going to still be vacant until we roll back around to a live season, as we call it, playoff mode.
Which will be in Canada coming up next season. So let's start brainstorming. We don't have to do it now, but if you're out there, folks, listening, and the numbers are getting low, I could see them. Any Canadians you want us to talk to? Any Canadians you want us to talk to? Who's your favorite Canadian? Reaves, who's your favorite Canadian?
It's not Chris Benoit. That is the first name that came to my mind.
Okay. All right.
Because
it's not that one.
It's not that.
No.
I like Celine Dion.
Okay.
She's a Canadian. She's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
She's very confident in who she is, and she's very quirky, and I like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that Prime Minister guy.
Trudeau?
Yeah. I feel like he's the type of guy that would meet me and then hit on your wife.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he would embarrass you that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, not on my watch.
Okay. Your wife's really into this. I'm giving it to her. She's really picking it up.
Not into it. So yeah, not my Prime Minister. Who else is Canadian? Oh, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Let's get him on there.
He's a good Canadian.
Yeah, check him off. And that's it for me.
Okay. That's your Mount Rushmore of Canada.
Is Ryan Reynolds Canadian?
Yes.
Okay. He is on my highest part of the list.
So that's the 4. That's your Mount Rushmore 4. Reynolds. Yes. Not Chris Benoit.
Not Chris Benoit. Honestly, at this point, I think all 4 should be Ryan Reynolds, considering how often he is penetrating my life without consent. He constantly is YouTube
non-con
commercials for whatever fucking Deadpool movie he's in that I will never see. Phone things.
It was pretty good.
I can't watch that stuff. But listen, more power to people if they want to watch it. But do what you want. But just don't come into my commercials, okay? My commercials should only be about plant-based protein and nothing else. And then also commercials about how I feed my dog, shaming me about that.
Yeah. No living creature should only ever eat processed food. Motherfucker, I do. And I'm doing mostly okay.
Don't judge me. And it's the saddest dog. The dog looks like it's on the verge of tears.
Not doing well.
Just and please, a dog staring at dog food being poured out, about to cry. I've never seen this in my life, other than for my chef, because he kind of is a little bit picky sometimes. He wants chicken.
Yeah, they all want chicken. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're getting hard food. I just got finished hand feeding my dog hard food before I got on this.
That's always fun.
He has decided that's how he wants his food, and we will do it because
look at you like
we
you're
love him.
insane when you don't do it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're not gonna put it in your hand. What are we doing here? What are we even doing here? I'm gonna eat out of a bowl? No way. Put that.
No,
in your
he doesn't
hand.
do bowls. He doesn't do bowls. We've moved beyond bowls a long time ago. For a while, he went from bowls to paper towels, and then from paper towels, he went from bowls to plastic plates to paper towels. So now we have this like rubber mat that he eats off of, and now it's mostly our hands.
Now, are you just opening a bag of dog food and just shoving your hand in there and pulling it out and just holding your hand, or
we're still putting it on the rubber mat in hopes that he will eat off of it, but he'll stand by it and he'll be like, it's like he's like, it's not gonna eat itself.
Yeah,
like
looks at you like you're out of your mind.
Yeah,
we don't do this anymore.
Pick up a few, put it in front of him, he eats it in the hopes that eventually he'll be like, okay, I'll eat the rest of it.
Yeah,
sometimes it takes a little bit. My favorite Canadians are all of Sum 41.
Yes. Am I still waiting? So I wanted to, we're 11 minutes in, so this is the perfect time to do this. I wanted to ask how you were spending your money.
Okay.
Now that we all got sent to us, of course, canonically, $250,000.
Buku bucks.
Yeah, buku dolores. And of course, divided into thirds, that's like 83,000, I think. 83, 3. So what are you doing with your money? I, of course, opened my school. We don't need to get into it, but I wanted to know what you were doing with your money first.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about your school, though. Just even like a few things, like
Okay.
We'll
see if
I'll
we
give
have
you a
time.
second. Yeah, I of course paid for admission to the Criterion Collection. And the way that works is it's sort of like a library, in that you like pay for it and you go in there and there's a bunch of movies that you don't know, and you watch some of them and you're like, this kind of sucks, and you kind of like, and then you talk to the guy at the front desk and you're like, hey, aren't these supposed to be good movies? And the guy's like, yeah, I guess. And he just works there. He doesn't really give a fuck.
He's like, buddy, I just work here, okay?
I don't give a fuck, man.
You're going after movies. I'm getting paid, and I'm writing my script in the freaking back office. Okay.
I watched Easy Rider. I got that one. Got the Criterion Collection.
What'd you think of Easy Rider?
Shit kind of sucked.
You heard it here first, people. Easy Rider sucks. Fuck you, Jack Nicholson.
He was the best part of the entire. He was the only good part of the entire movie. He shows up, cool. I like this guy. He's this alcoholic lawyer who has this weird tick, who gets his brains bashed in by some hateful rednecks. They burn his body on the side of the road. Great arc, fantastic story arc. Has that great scene where they're talking about aliens and he like can't comprehend. Fantastic, best part of the movie. That, of course, and the acid trip at the end. Only parts that were good. Everything else sucked and made no sense to me.
Some acid, man.
Real great movie. It's like, he would have wanted us to go to this brothel that he was talking all about, so we got to go to the brothel for him. Great, fantastic. It's a hero's
journey. They're on a journey to a brothel.
I think my favorite part is they pull up on their bikes. If you don't know what Easy Rider is, it's two stoner hippies who ride Harleys through the city. And at first they sell Coke, Mexican Coke, to somebody, and never comes up again. I guess they have money, I guess is what's supposed to happen.
They got the money.
What they're telling me. Puts it in they wrap it in like tube and put it in the motorcycle thing. It's foolish. So we're supposed to think people hate hippies at this point. No one likes them.
Mm-mm.
They pull up to this hotel, motel, late. It's late at night. They pull up. Reeves, can I ask you, how do you inquire if a hotel has vacancy? You, Reeves.
So I get off my motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
I stomp my way in,
Mhm.
bang on the door. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Wake him up. He's sleeping back there.
Yeah, waking up, sleeping because it's late. It's
Late.
whatever, 8:30, 9 p.m. Guy's up. He's got his sleepy hat on. He walks out.
A little
Yeah, he's got a candle.
and a gun in his hand.
Yeah, gun in his hand. Who's there? What do you want? I'm like, hey, buddy, what does it look like I need?
Hey, Chachi.
Hey, Chachi, what does it look like I need? Okay. And so he gives
then
me a room.
usually you get a room. That's like how you do it.
He's like, oh, well, I got some vacancies.
These two fellers pull up on their bikes and just rev them outside. Just rev them outside.
Hell yeah.
The guy comes out, looks at them, and goes like, "No, I'm not letting you fucking stay here." Turns his vacancy light off. Because you sat outside on your bikes, revved your bikes, go inside like a normal person, bang on the door. Hey, Chachi, you do what you're supposed to do the routine. We're supposed to be like, oh, they hate these hippies. No, you're being a dick. Go inside. That movie sucked.
Bryan, what you don't know is that there was never a movie like this before, okay? And since then, there's been nothing but repeats of this movie, okay?
That's why quite better. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up. Fucking sweet music, sweet.
It is good music. I will give it that. And they are riding the motorcycles for real. They are riding them. I'll give them that. They're riding them.
You see how big these motorcycles are?
These
holy
are motorcycles.
Cannoli.
They're big. You think that like maybe it's a little motorcycle because they're like hippies? Nah, dude. These are big motorcycles. And did these guys serve? We supposed to believe that they served? They didn't talk about that, did they? They did.
I don't remember, but yes, they both were. They were both in the Korean War. And now they ride their motorcycles all over the country. They deal drugs, because they're part of the hippie movement. They do
Free
acid in cemeteries, and then they get they get killed.
They get their brains blown off on bikes.
Yeah, so that's a cool use of your money.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Maybe I'll check in every couple of weeks, let you know what Criterion Collection movies I checked out. Talk about them.
I will have to think of some more movies to send your way.
You said Tarantino, and he's not in here, but I did watch Jackie Brown recently.
Okay, so I tried to do Jackie Robinson the movie. Okay. I couldn't get the rights. Okay, so then I was like, I'm pivoting to Jackie Brown. Okay.
His family was like, he did not use the N-word that much, Quentin.
Okay, but he gave me the okay. I can use it. Okay. I don't have a movie if he can't say it. He can't talk that way. All right, they totally talk that way. Have you seen Bullet? Okay.
Should we do the thing? Okay. Do you want to talk about your school? Just give us the school slogan, like what your school stands for.
I don't know why I already talked about it.
Well, yeah, give it like the listeners.
Yeah, but I don't know if we have time to go into everything about, the school. And to be honest, I feel like I kind of already went into it in like pretty great detail. So people kind of get it.
Okay.
All right. Sunk $83,000, $333.33 into a school that I created. It's all self-defense based. It's virtual. Online, and it's, how to defend yourself from technology. But, I think that's enough. Everyone kind of knows about it. It's going really well.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got quite a few people. It's all about the marketing, and I've been using non-traditional manners to get my my school out there. Obviously, because this is a school of self-defense against technology. You can't, be posted on Facebook or whatever it's called now.
They'll take it down.
They'll take it down, yes, immediately, and then also probably intimidate you a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a lot of flyers, stuff
Guerrilla
like that.
marketing, right?
Yeah, hanging out outside of schools.
And are these like adult education schools or are these like children's schools?
Both.
Both, yeah, okay. You
gotta
cover it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's I to be honest, I can only, because of like the window that I have to market, it is mainly just kids schools. Because I can't really be out at night.
Curfew.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's going well.
It's going great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Should we do Chefs I Prepared for You?
Let's do it.
We're 21 minutes in. So now we're going to do a segment that we do every week. The only segment that we do every week, besides these fantastic bits of banter you get. And that is Chefs I Prepared for You, where we will go not around, but back and forth, since there are just two of us, and say we had dinner last night and only last night, as if we are presenting it to the judges at Top Chef. And what that means is, maybe you think it means like we'll use fancy words for food. Mostly you say Chefs I Prepared for You or Prepared for You. That's how you're presenting it. I think the idea was maybe you said fancy ways, but it doesn't quite work that way. I'll go first. Chefs, last night I prepared for you, and this is rare for me. I did a little prepare last night. Vegan collard greens, barbecue chicken, and instant mashed potatoes. And I'll open the floor for any questions.
So we'll put a pin in the instant mashed potatoes.
Sure. Yeah.
So the greens.
Yes.
What went into the cooking of them, the steaming of them?
Yeah.
How did you prepare? What'd you put into it? Did you use a vinegar? All of these things.
Okay. I'll go back even further. So a nice lady in my neighborhood, who I've mentioned before, called me sexy recently. Pulled up to my house the other day with a brown box of goodies. She said, "Here, this is for you." And one of it was a big bundle of greens with some other stuff in there, figs. So that fantastic. I was like, huh.
I'm so glad that the box had something in it, considering her history with you.
Yeah.
One of those situations.
Like her phone number in it.
Yeah. Or her whole,
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like you do the thing and I'll reach in there.
You do the work. Yeah.
I'm like, cool, okay, I'll make greens. I always wanted to make collard greens. I've done it before. So I go to this, and I was like, all right, I don't eat pork, so I was like, what can I do here? Probably could have done turkey. I think turkey necks, I think people do too. I don't want to fucking buy turkey neck. I don't want to touch that shit. That's gross. So go to the store. I buy another bundle of greens because I think you want to make a lot of it. And everything else I have at the house. So what I do is I get a nice big pot, very deep saucepan, very deep. I didn't have like a big soup thing. I had a very deep saucepan. First thing, olive oil. Second thing, onion chopped up in there. Cook it up real good. Second thing, shit ton of a whole box of vegetable stock. Just whole thing.
You got
garlic, smoked paprika, trying to get that smoke flavor in there. Roasted red pepper flakes. That might have been it for not a ton of spices, really. Pepper, salt, that sort of thing. The greens, I learned the fun way to cut greens is you roll them and cut them into little slices. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
And relaxing. Yeah.
It's satisfying
to it a little bit while you're doing it.
Yeah. It's like, huh, that looks really nice.
And it cuts very nice too. It has a nice crunch to it. Yes. So what I'm hearing is there was no vinegar.
Huh? Finished. So I put all the things in there, got them all wet, covered them, cooked them for about an hour. Took the lid off, tasted it. Not so bad. Put 3 tablespoons of of apple cider vinegar in there, and then some Crystal hot sauce in there. Mixed it up, cooked it for a little while longer, 5 more minutes or so. And it fucking ruled. And it was easy.
It's easy.
It just takes a while.
Yeah, it's a labor of love when you do greens. And it is a bit of a choose your own adventure based on where you're from, your family, blah 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 blah. You can put a lot of different stuff in there. Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. You did make a cardinal sin, Christian podcast, of not putting turkey neck,
Yeah.
turkey feet, gizzard, eyeballs,
Bones. Just click the bones.
beak, big beak, any of that kind of stuff, the gross stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's where you get the flavor, baby.
Could I have just bought turkey stock or broth and done that? Would that have worked?
You could,
And not
but
been as gross?
it's not going to have as much flavor.
Yeah.
You gotta. I listen. In my life, I haven't not had the whatever it is, chicken or something stock, and then also a ham hock or whatever it is.
Pig feet.
Yeah,
turkey
pig feet. Yeah,
Knuckle. Pig
knuckle.
knuckle.
Teeth. Yeah, snout.
Turkey spine.
Mm-hmm. Curly tail. Yeah, and so it's hard for me to say how much more flavor, but I mean, yeah, it's
It probably
chicken
would have
stock,
tasted
turkey
good.
stock does have more flavor than
Yeah,
vegetable
it was
stock.
good. I think it turned out
Mhm.
good. I think it could have been better. I think it was
Sounds
very good. I'm surprised at how good it tasted for like how like non-labor intensive it was, and how like, you know, just like basic spices and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And how did you feel when your neighbor came back and asked how wet you get those greens?
Uncomfortable.
Yeah,
because
sure.
because she was like wet, like she really, like you could hear the phlegm in her
Yeah.
voice. She's like wet.
And Sheila's like leaning in through a window that was in your
Yes.
kitchen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
That's
real little
weird.
too, so she had put up a ladder to it. So it took some work. It wasn't like she just walked by.
Mm-hmm.
She had to put like an 8-foot ladder up to it. I don't have a big house. She just is very little.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go well. My wife's out of town, so you know I can't let her know that happened. She did say, she's like, "Oh, where's your wife?" She's in the shower. She's here. I'm not alone.
I'm not alone. I'm just slowly like grabbing a butcher knife and putting it behind your back.
What's that, honey?
I have to go now. I have to leave. Please close the window. That's
then I made my own barbecue sauce, which like wasn't great, and then I only grilled the chicken. The chicken I didn't do a good job with that, but it's still, that was like the last. I was like, greens was number one, and I was like, fuck, that can't be all I eat. So I made some quick like pan grilled the chicken, made a sauce that was like mostly vinegar and ketchup, and then like cooked it, and it was like fine.
Yeah,
but not anything special. And then the
okay.
instant taters. I don't got taters in the house. And once I decided to do barbecue chicken, I was like, well, I have to do taters. I can't have BBQ chicken not have taters. That they're like,
you might as well throw them out.
Yeah. So I was like, I got these fucking instant ones, and baby, they take seconds, baby. They so fast, baby. Baby, a lot of things say instant, but they don't mean it. This shit is instant. This shit becomes taters fast, and it doesn't taste terrible.
It tastes delicious, and it goes from snowflakes to popcorn potatoes very quickly. How that works? Listen, I'm not a scientist, nor do I believe in science.
Christian podcast.
But it's delicious. It's full of flavor, and so you've rounded out your meal now.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
lovely. 8+. I approve. And I'm sure plenty of our listeners would too. Chefs, I prepared for you a yogurt bowl.
Okay.
We got Greek
parfait?
Yogurt.
Could we call it a parfait?
We could. It was Greek yogurt, raspberries. We're in raspberry season. Okay. So I did have some raspberries.
I got a fun little thing for you. I'll tell you. You probably know it, but I'll tell you after you've finished. Don't let me forget.
Okay, you won't forget because I'm basically done with this. I put and I got some honey and put a little bit of honey on top, and then I sat down, big spoon, we're gonna watch the freaking chimp show. I'm ready to eat, and that's it. That's what I ate.
That HBO show that I Love Chimps or whatever, Chimp Crazy. How is that?
It's worth it. Yeah.
What is it about?
It's about a woman who, I guess there's like a series of people that are obsessed with chimps and like kind of own like a bunch of chimps. And then, PETA is trying to take their animals
Chimps
away because they're not meeting the standards of people that are supposed to own animals like that. And then the people are obviously fighting it and avoiding the law. And then it's just kind of the story of it.
Who's a good guy in this?
Who's a good guy in this? I mean, PETA is probably the good guy. They don't come off as 100% great all the time, but they have the interest of the animal at heart, which really the story is. Everyone really does. It's just people are a little bit misguided. I recommend it. It's interesting.
Okay. All right. No granola? I love granola a little.
No granola in the house.
Maybe that's the parfait. Without the granola, it's not a parfait, maybe.
I should get granola.
It's good to have around. Good little. I mean, they have like peanut butter. It's sort of like peanut butter. Reach by, get a little bit by your mouth. Go on.
I would just eat it all.
Yeah, it's fine. There are worse things to eat. Paintings. Okay. Here's my raspberry thing. The other day, my wife and I were talking about stone fruit. You know how you do. You and your wife sit around talking about stone fruit.
Yeah. We talk about stone fruit all the time. You and I talked about stone fruit for like 30 minutes on a podcast once. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And we were like, what's your favorite stone fruit? Just how you do. How you and your friends hang out. My wife and I are friends. It's a friends talk.
Normal Monday.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stone fruit?
Yeah.
We got 2 hours to kill. Let's talk about stone fruit.
Hey, baby. So of course, got your plums or whatever. And she was like, let me look it up. She wanted to know if there were more. Because your basic ones. Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking raspberries are stone fruits.
Yep.
You saying yes, you knew that. I didn't know this. Because each little individual fucking little raspberry bubble is the fruit. And the whole thing itself is not the fruit. I mean, it's fruit. But it's not like it is. It's basically like, how grapes come on a thing and you have your little thing.
Yeah.
And there's little things coming off of it. And those are the grapes.
Yes.
It's like that, but smaller and more condensed.
Okay.
Sort of, right?
I have a question for you. Are you
I'm not going to know an answer.
Your raspberry story?
That's all I know. Yeah. Blackberries as well.
Okay, so that was going to be part of my follow-up question. Have you seen a blackberry or raspberry before, and what did you think you saw before you found this out about them?
I think I assumed it was just like one. I know it's clearly little pieces.
Yeah.
I never thought of it as being. I thought it was being like one fruit that had like, because you could, in theory, each little pustule is a fruit. Yes. Mm-hmm. Its own fruit.
Yes.
A raspberry is one single raspberry is a bunch of fruits. Is that right?
Yes. And when you think about it, we're, as a society, we're all just little berries bunched together to be one big fruit.
I like that better than the whole like melting pot.
Yes. I mean, that's the platform I was going to run on. Before the felony charges.
Christian podcast.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Raspberries. So you just found out about raspberries being stone fruit.
Yeah, I assumed they were berries or whatever, and my wife's like, they're not berries. I'm like, well, what could they be? She's like, little individual stone fruits.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
And the great thing about raspberries and blackberries to some degree, we're kind of out of blackberry season. Raspberries come a little bit late. So we're getting some good raspberries right now, but they kind of tail off, I think, in the next few weeks. And then we're in freaking apple and pear season. But we cannot talk about that right now. It's not happening.
Not there yet. No.
We can't talk about it. Raspberries are good.
My least favorite fruit season, though, I think, honestly. Well, I mean, winter because there's no fruits. But, like, I don't, apples are fine. Pears are fine. But, baby, give me them fucking watermelons and stone fruits. And, oh, baby. Got a good watermelon today. Got it. Oh, man.
It's just like, I can't think about it because then I just get sad because we are the furthest away from stone fruit season at this point now. We have to wait a full year.
A calendar year.
So we could go back to the farmer's market and just eat plums and watermelon and peaches and all the good stuff. So yes, that's what I had. It was delicious and it filled me up, and that's what I ate. That was my sad dinner that I ate.
Okay. I think that's not so bad. It's not so sad either. There's only two of us, so I think we can't pick each other. We can't pick ourselves, so it's a tie. Which is a real bummer. I think Jamal knew that I did a good meal and ducked me because he didn't want to pick me as the winner. Little sad about that. Am I completely bent over and huddled into myself? Am I one of the huddled masses that one might request? No, I'm not. And then we're going to talk about Give Me Your Huddled Masses.
Podchap.
And we're back, babies. Welcome to the podcast, most people. We are reviewing Top Chef, Season 8, Episode 12, Give Me Your Huddled Masses.
Mm-hmm.
Original air date, March 2nd, 2011. Number of viewers, 2.48 million.
Wow, good numbers.
So pretty good numbers. Numbers. So we open on the chefs are back in the stew room. Blaze is processing the elimination.
He's hurt. He's distraught.
It's one of my best friends out there. I just I didn't have it together to say goodbye to him in the way. There was so much more I wanted to tell him. I just wanted to tell him how much I loved him.
I thought it would be him and I going to the finals together, and it did. It also gave Dale some more spots for some reason.
Yeah.
It was giving him more goodbye parts that they didn't show the week before. Okay.
Dale rubbing his head,
right.
crying,
upset,
taking his glasses off.
Upset.
Oh man, he's like, I didn't get to tell Blaze what I thought of him. I thought he's a piece of shit.
Cuts to Tom again, saying we just couldn't taste the fish under all that seasoning.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Too much seasoning, not enough fish. You know how I feel about fish. So part of a small sub story for this episode is Tiffany went home at this point in her season, and she wants to finish one better and not go home this episode. I would say she should try to win the whole thing and not go home any episodes, but she says no. I just want to do one better.
You're supposed to shoot for the moon, and then if you miss, you at least get a star.
Yeah,
she's just shooting for stars, and if you miss, you just fall back to Earth.
Yeah.
Burn up the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. And for the record, you're not supposed to shoot the sky. You could hit a satellite.
POD.
Yeah.
Satellite. Christian podcast.
So back at the apartment, the chefs are just hanging out, being roomies normally.
Shooting the shit.
Yeah. Blaze is curious because he's always in a panic about what's to come, what's the next challenge. And he turns to the resident bloodhound, Antonia, and asks her, you have a good sense for these things. What is the challenge going to be? And she's like, I don't know. Is Padma just going to show up here? And then freaking Padma walks in.
She's here. She was hiding. She's like, as soon as they say my name, I'm going to turn that fucking corner.
Yeah.
Also listening to make sure they're not talking shit about her too, which is smart.
So that's how you know if you have friends or not. If you have friends in the house, you should always be, and this is a good hint or helpful guidance to all our listeners. Always be listening to your friends all the time. Hide in their house, hide in their basement.
Read their text messages.
Bug their line. Create
fake accounts.
Ask them questions. Talk shit about yourself in your fake account to them.
See if they jump on.
See if they'll come back. And then if they come back with some stuff, just be like, "That's fucked up. You're so mean." So
this is how you have a friendship, people. If you want to have a friendship, this is how you do it. If
you don't, is how you have friends.
How can you know if they're your friends?
Yes. So yeah, Padma, of course, did that. She was in the apartment hiding in a closet for about 8 hours until finally someone said her name. And the rest
no air in there.
Style. Yeah.
She comes in like Kramer too.
Yeah, just kicks open the door. So yeah, Padma says, "Hi, I'm here. Everyone, meet me on the roof, Batman style, and I'll give you your challenge up there." They all go upstairs. Padma says, "You're taking a ferry to Ellis Island, and that is where you will cook your meal."
could have said this in the apartment.
Yeah, I don't know what the point really was of going to the rooftop. It could have probably been told to them there, and then they could have transitioned to the boat. Didn't do that.
No.
So the quick fire here is the chefs must make dishes using ingredients found only in the ferry snack bar during a trip from Manhattan to Ellis Island. Part of a whole this challenge is it's from horn to horn. So the part when they start is once the horn is goes off that they set sail to Ellis Island. And then the horn will go off once they're there. They don't really know the exact time frame. So there's a lot of like, well, how much time do we have?
Where's
What is
the
going
horn?
on?
We're almost there, I can tell.
Yeah. So that's a little ambiguous for them. What do they have here?
Trash.
Bunch of garbage. Just the grossest of gross. Chips, popcorn, hot dogs, cheese. The horn sounds. They all jump over the bar. It's a very tight quarters for them to cook in as well. And there's 5 of them. So
Cooking is a loose term here also, I feel.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Blaze, who pulls out a kit, as he calls it, an MRE bag, which of course
he cheat?
We didn't really get too much information on it, but that feels like cheating, right?
It was like you can cook what's available to you in this snack bar, in this. He's like, well, it's available to me in that I brought it here.
Yeah, it's available to me in that I shoved it down my pants, and it wasn't until this moment that I pulled it out and I used it. So an MRE bag, in case you didn't know, is a meal ready to eat military style bag that you like add water to. It's dehydrated, and you have food.
Sort of like instant mashed potatoes.
Just like the taters.
That's a pretty good. You're a soldier. You're down there. You're trapped in a fucking. You're in the shit.
You're in the shit. Yeah. You're in one of the tunnels.
Buddy next to you, head blown off.
Been there for weeks with that guy.
You pretend to be dead, so they leave you alone.
Yeah.
Now you're hungry, and if your stomach growls, your cover's blown.
Yeah.
So you open your little MREs, a little rainwater in there. You breathe on it to heat it up. It's taters, baby.
Damn, those are good taters.
What was that? Oh shit, that's what got to get you busted. You can't help but say the good taters. He says he keeps them on him at all time. Is he a like a bug out guy?
I think so.
He for sure has a bug out bag, right? He's basically admitting to having a bug out bag at all times on him.
Yeah. I think that's what he's saying. It was in his knife bag, which I was like, I didn't think you could bring any kind of like ingredients or food in the knife. It was just your knives, but I guess people
that's
have
cheating.
other
I think
there. Feels like cheating. They never really hit on it in terms of
if he had
whether
won,
or not it's ethical,
maybe, or if he had been like the number one, they'd be like, we could have picked you, but you cheated, like Antonio last week.
Right. We need to talk about what Mike Isabella made, which was bread soup. He got one of those little bowls that you get that usually the hot dog comes in. Removed the hot dog, started making a soup, which of course had bits of hot dog bun and sour cream, and it did look like puke.
It was a nice puke color.
Yeah. It was disgusting. It kind of made me feel sick just seeing it. And especially seeing him trying to whip it into something was deeply troubling. It was kind of like when you're in high school or you're middle school, younger than that, and there's a kid that people are like, if we just throw all our leftover food together and mix it, that kid will eat it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that Mike Isabella was making.
A dare for like the like smelly kid in class. Like he'll do it. Yeah. He has no friends.
Smelly kid will do it. Why is smelly kid so smelly?
And then, of course, Isabella's also talking shit on other people's food with what he's got. He's got this fucking puke plate, and he's like, Tiffany just made nachos. And she did just make nachos.
Yes.
In his defense, she just made nachos with what she had available to her.
Is there anything wrong with just making nachos?
No. I mean, with what you had there, your options are you make puke soup.
Yeah.
Or nachos, basically. Those are the two options.
Do I make Padma throw up because I made her puke soup? Or as Mike calls it, a peasant-style soup using hot dog buns and sour cream? Or do you have nachos?
Which people like yummy, delicious nachos.
Yeah.
Baseball game, movie theater.
And you're telling me it's easy to put together nachos? No, I've made nachos. It does take some time, and sometimes I get annoyed making them.
Yeah.
But it's always delicious, baby.
Hey,
So-
man, it always hits.
So Tiffany realizes she just made nachos, so she also makes popcorn with dried
Popcorn.
fruit, which I guess is another dish. Seems like you're going down the same alley.
Fuck, these nachos aren't enough. I'll make popcorn.
Okay,
Same food.
quick, let me pop some popcorn. Time's up. All their stuff looks disgusting.
It's awful.
And who walks in? Guest judge Dan Barber, which if you are a fan of Chef's Table, he is in the first season of that. He's a very renowned New York chef.
Yeah, upstate New York, you eat little carrots on a little board. What he serves you at the Bluestone Barn.
Yeah, here's a $2,000 carrot table. Yes, farm to table is his thing.
And it's a joke that he has to eat this garbage.
Yeah,
that's the funny joke.
Fucking jokes on him. He's got to eat corn dogs and puke. Carla does a orange and papaya salad. Somehow, I guess there must have been some fruit there. It also had a carrot and rosemary juice. I don't know, type of sauce on it. So in the end, I mean, a lot of the judging is he's being very nice to them.
Yeah.
About what they put together, and then also calling things like he's a man of very few words. The truth is all these dishes are terrible.
Yeah, this is all garbage.
On top, Blaze, I guess, Antonia, because she used a grill. I think she was using the hot dog. I don't remember how she was using the grill. Maybe it was a little hot dog steamer thing. And then Carla, because the salad was refreshing. The bottom, Tiffany, too plain. She did nachos.
Yeah,
we can agree to disagree. And then Mike, the soup could have sunk the ship. And our winner, of course, is Carla because she had a refreshing salad.
She made something that wasn't garbage, I guess.
Mm-hmm. This is the last challenge in New York City.
Is it? I don't think they told us enough for me to remember that.
I don't know.
I think I forgot that.
But it is the last challenge. It was very subtle. It was kind of like whispered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, this is the last challenge in New York City.
This is the last quick fire in New York City. That also means probably the last elimination in New York City too. And if maybe did they tell us that too?
Yes, I think they said it about at least 14 times. It was said a lot.
Isabella loved being like, "Hey guys, this might be the last time we ever do this again. All right, see you guys later." He just like wouldn't let it go.
I'll see you guys later because if once it's over, I won't be able to come back in New York City because of the whole issues I have here.
I asked Tom. I know we can still talk to Tom. I guess if you guys forgot about that. I asked him why did they hammer this home so much, and he said what actually happened is that that they did yearbooks. They each had a yearbook, and everyone signed everyone's yearbook, but no one signed Isabella's yearbook. And he kept being like, "Hey guys, sign my yearbook." Like, yeah. We'll like do it. And he kept being like, "We're almost out of time here, guys. Like, this is the last chance. Come on." They were trying to not do it, but he kept trying to like, he's like, "Guys, come on, you gotta sign this yearbook for me."
You got a ghost back there?
My wife ghost.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he wanted everyone to sign his yearbook, and time was rolling down on him. So Padma starts to explain what the last elimination challenge is, and she starts talking about the American journey and that people came through Ellis Island to come here, but not all people.
Some people different way.
So
that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
It was bad, but it's okay now.
I know that we're here. The whole thing is people came through Ellis Island, and maybe some of you feel that this is not your thing. That's okay. It's not all just this.
It's all good. So she navigates that wonderfully. And then out come the family members of the remaining chefs. And they have binders in their hands.
Yeah, they do.
Binders of women.
We hired one of the top. I thought that person would have been there. One of the top genealogists to find who your family is. And
Henry Gates Jr. He wasn't there. Finding Your Roots.
But they dropped his name though, right? Oh, does he have a show?
I don't know if we're talking about the same person, but yes, the Finding Your Roots is a PBS show where famously they take famous people and find their roots, do their ancestry and genealogy and all that kind of stuff. And it always, now they do it where they'll find connections between that person and like some other famous person. Did you know you're related to, freaking
Like how Antonia and Mike are
Larry
cousins.
David? Yes, exactly. So we'll cut to that. So Mike and Antonia find out that they are some kind of distant cousin, and Antonia is disgusted, and so is her mom. It was like, that filth over there. Antonia's like, yeah, he like farts and burps and stuff like that. It's disgusting. And her mom's like, that must be like your dad's side of the family. Really own them too. So I don't know if I hit on it, but the binder they have has like a nice like family portrait. It goes through the whole genealogy. So the point of it is they're looking through this to learn about their history and to inspire what this meal is going to be, which is based off their family history. So create dishes inspired by ancestry and prepare a meal for the family member that's there and the judges.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner will secure their spot in the final four. They will leave New York because the show's done in New York, and they will receive a 2011 Toyota Highlander hybrid. Okay.
Can we talk about how they find out this information?
Yes. Let's talk about it.
DVD.
Yeah.
They come downstairs. There's a DVD and keys.
It's a real interesting trail they take them down to get to a car. They come in their apartment. There is a DVD on the table. They say, oh, a DVD. Where are we going to go watch this? And of course, like anyone else, you leave to go outside. Run down the elevator. Slide down. And they get into the Toyota Highlander.
The first Toyota Highlander hybrid you see, you get in it.
Yeah, you get in immediately. Unlocked. Break the window anyway.
I love also how clearly someone had what you could like print a label for your DVDs back in the day when you could burn them. Like that, it just like looked just shitty enough. Just like someone stuck a sticker on there of like Top Chef on there. It looked awful.
Yeah. Just smash that on there. Looked like an intern had put that together for them.
Yep.
And they get in the car. They have to smash very close together to look at the tiny screen.
There are 3 rows, but they've got 3 people in that back seat for some reason. They don't know what's in like the backpack.
Didn't need to do it. There's some people in the front that have to lean, creak their neck back to see. So this is all great. It looks good and it seems comfortable. And they watch a video of Padma explaining kind of what they already know. And it feels like a video that the video that Padma does is it reminds me of like something that you might see before you're about to go on a roller coaster. Of like explaining like safety rules or maybe just like the universe that the roller coaster exists in.
They also like filmed the screen. It wasn't like added later. They filmed the screen. The audio is from the DVD player in the car, and the video is from the DVD player in the car. You had the full experience. Yeah, and it wasn't great.
I think they looked at that video and they're like, "We're not showing that thing. Let's just show it in the car. We don't want to look at that anymore." The chefs arrive at the restaurant. They start to cook. There is no real, and par for the course this season and where we are in Top Chef history right now, but no shopping, no real thought.
They show a Whole Foods. They show the outside of a Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And you think the way that TV works and movie works, if you see the exterior of a building, the next shot is inside. It's usually that building. No.
Not today.
They're running into a restaurant.
They're running into a restaurant.
The fuck out of me.
We don't have time. We spent a lot of time in this car watching this DVD.
Couldn't get it to load. It was scratched up. Had to burn another copy of it.
Yeah. So the chefs arrive in the restaurant. They start to cook. So Blaze finds out on in his ancestry, very similar to my experience when I got 23andMe, which is it came back that I was a white man. He's like, oh, interesting. I'm English and I'm Irish. I'm like, we're all fucking white people. We're all that way. Fucking cares.
And then he tries to later say, like, he's like, I'm a mutt. Motherfucker, you are white. Yeah. 2 kinds of white does not make something other than white.
We're all like that. And he's like, we're Midwest or whatever. I'm like, that's a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, He comes from like a scientist or whatever. He says,
Yeah, chemist. So
just like me, I mess with chemistry when I cook.
he's like, I put all those chemicals in my food that people are getting sick through. Mike Isabella's mom is a real funny piece of work. She tells Mike that he does not look Italian. He looks more Irish. Which is interesting thing to say.
He's like, no, I'm Irish. My whole thing is that I'm Italian. My entire thing is that I'm Italian. Shut the fuck
my
up.
whole game is that I'm Italian. You can't tell people I'm Irish. No, I can't switch midstream on that. We see Mike cooking. He's going to put together some gnocchi. He's randomly stomping out a dish towel that's on fire. I don't know how
they don't
that
address
happened.
it at all. They don't address it.
addressed.
Just dish towel on fire.
He's just
moving
kind
on.
of nonchalantly.
Later, someone's like, "Are there any dish towels here?" I think there's that. Someone asked that later. He's like, "Yeah, there's a bunch over there.
Yeah,
the one I burnt's on the floor over there too.
There's one on the floor. You can use that one. I don't know where the other ones are. Burn them all." Carla's making biscuits. She has this is hinted at, but never really delivered on too much. That her biscuits maybe didn't cook through. She says the oven says it's 500, doesn't feel that way. It ends up being fine. That's all you really get from it.
They're real small. They don't seem to like rise into like a biscuit. They look like you bought them like frozen in a little thing, and they barely kind of rose. They don't look like they're too like just too circular and too like. And I don't. They don't look good. I mean, sure they're fine, but they look like they didn't like rise and get soft and fluffy. They look like they were rocks.
Yeah, it when they do come out, they're still a pale color. They're less like golden. But, cheddar biscuits are cheddar biscuits. So
hey, man, I ain't turning that down.
I ain't turning it down, baby. So
I ain't turning down cheddar bear biscuits. She eats if it eats chips in bed. I ain't kicking her out.
Freaking Antonia's doing risotto. She's lost her mind.
And of course, they are all doing a braised meat. Every fucking one of them is doing a braised meat.
Every single one. Let me run through it really quick. Blaze does short ribs. Braised. Mike does gnocchi with braised pork. Antonia does braised veal risotto. Tiffany does braised short ribs. Carla does braised pork shoulder. Not a joke. They all did braised something.
And they really did it. This is not the top of braised meat.
What is this? Top braised?
It's not the top of braised meat.
It's not top braised. He's back. The judges show up. Tom, Pat, and Gail, family members, and then Dan Barber. The chefs begin serving their dishes. We've been having some laughs here, but these challenges are always good. It's good television because the chefs are emotionally connected. There's always a story with the dish. They get emotional about it. Their family's there. It's like it just writes itself. So it's good television. They should always. I think they try. They still do it, but never drop any kind of family. I feel like now they try too hard to make this come up too often in episodes versus it being like a unique episode with the family and having some like connection to the food, like from their personal life or whatever.
And always this is like reality TV, like my reality TV, what I want. If you bring in family members or friends, don't be judgy at any point. Like, I feel like for folks who watch Drag Race, they'll have an episode where a family member or friend will come in and they'll like do them in drag. And sometimes they critique the person who doesn't usually get put in drag. And that person's like, I feel like fucking shit now. I don't do drag. Tell me I look awful? No, be nice. And they do that here. They're nice.
Very nice,
very
supportive.
Nice.
People are supportive of the chefs who are not their family. It's nice. Lots of problems with Mike's gnocchi, but he did a great job. Tom says Antonia's dish is packed with flavor. The big thing here is Tiffany does fried okra, which we know Tom doesn't like okra. He says because it's slimy,
yucky,
coated language. But he loved it.
I do love the part when she's like, I want to make it, but I know Tom hates it. But also like, I'm not cooking for fucking one person. Like I was told to cook my food that represents my background. I'm not going to be like, well, Tom doesn't like okra. And if you're like supposed to be an unbiased judge, like you can't be like, I think this is yucky, therefore low score because I don't like it.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
You can't be a little child and be picky about something. Like you got to eat it all. Okay.
Yeah. Clear your plate.
I mean, we're an hour in here. I don't know if we can talk about the fact that Carla's fake husband, that he this hired actor is
I
there
don't know.
with this backstory about how they met on Match.com. Okay, great specific.
Good actor. He was a really good actor. I really almost
Oh.
believe that he was married to Carla, but like
Mhm.
we know that it's Jamal.
Yeah. That guy was not Jamal. He was a hired actor. He was great. They were kissing a lot, which, that's part of the acting world. Sometimes you have to do that.
Jamal knows that. He
I
knows
don't-
that. He, you don't love seeing it, but
no.
it pays the bills, baby,
And it's all because Jamal can't be on screen. Like, he can't be there.
Yeah.
It's a conflict of interest.
You can do the
he was there.
podcast and be on the show.
No, can't. So you have to hire an actor to play him.
Yeah. They met on Match.com. Everyone's like, oh, that's great.
Wow, good for you. Carla's dish is moist and tasty. There's a lot of hinting at this is going to be a very difficult judges table. Tom's like, this is going to be so difficult. I don't know. I might have to call out. Maybe I don't go to judges table. Like,
someone's mom says, like, has there been a top 5 before going to finals? And they're like, no, that doesn't happen. It's not happening tonight. One of your loved ones will be going home.
Yeah. Padma like aggressively shakes her head. No, it's 4. I don't know how. Like, what are you talking about? It's 4.
5? That's crazy.
Yeah.
5? What a fucking crazy world. It's 4.
Tom's over there going, I'm not going to judges table. It's too hard.
I'm feeling sick.
I don't want to do it. I feel sick.
I feel sick right now.
I can't go to judges table. My stomach hurts.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go take a nap, and maybe I'll sleep through. Not be able to do it.
As my stomach and my head hurts, and I'm like sneezing, and also like I think I'm gonna throw up.
I don't have a fever or anything. It's just like everything, just like it just just feel bad, like my stomach.
My eyes are like burning. They're like hot burning.
I mean, like skin is like tingly.
I don't think I can walk there. Like I don't think I should be out because it could be contagious. I think I have to go home and play Super Nintendo.
Can we stop by the video store on the way home so I can get Mario 64?
Stop by. We can rent a game and I'll just play the game so I can feel better. So it make me feel better. I can't go to judges table. Okay, at judges table.
They don't buy it. He's there.
Yeah, they don't buy it. They drag his ass there. Oh, one little last funny thing. They're all saying goodbye to their family members. Blaze is kissing his wife goodbye while also saying
a lot of kissing there.
A lot of kissing. She's like, okay, take it easy. I get it. He does keep asking her. She's like, do you think I'm safe? Do you think I'm safe? She's like, yeah, you're fine. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I'm pregnant. I got too much going on. They dragged me out for this. It doesn't even seem like you're winning, and I'm a winner.
I'm safe.
Talks about
Mike's very competitive.
Athlete. Yeah, very competitive. Constantly having to impress her. She doesn't really like me. Judges table. Everyone gets called out. They love all the dishes. They're really not hard on anything here.
No.
Tom talks about how Tiffany converted him. You did it. He likes.
She makes him say it. She says, "What? Say the words.
Say it.
I want to hear you say it." Say yes. Say yes. Yes, Mistress Tiffany. I love okra now. As she steps on his balls.
Yeah.
Christian podcast.
Yeah, there's a nice moment with Mike talking about his grandma. We won't go into it now.
He crying.
Feeling good about himself. He's proud.
And then, of course, we get a nice moment where he's like, my grandmother. And then Gail's like, your mom said that her favorite gnocchi was her mother's, but you beat the shit out of her tonight.
Your mom said that you stomped all over your grandma's grave with that gnocchi.
Tarnished her legacy.
Your mom said she was gonna go take a shit in your grandma's urn because the gnocchi was so good. You should be so proud. Tom is enamored with Blaze's use of sea beans. He won't stop
Yeah.
talking about these sea beans.
Say what Blaze said. Wart. Glass wart.
Oh, glass wart. Yeah.
I do love sea beans, and they are fun. There's like a guy at my farmer's market who sells them. He also sells like his almost thing is mushrooms, and he sells sea beans. And I was like, what's this? And he goes, sea beans. Puts it in your hand. He's like, eat those. Motherfucker, it tastes like salt. He's like, you can use that instead of salt.
Sea beans, bro. You want some mushrooms? That rules. Tom said he was going to steal those sea beans. So the winner here is Antonia. Risotto won out. Fava beans, braised veal.
Congratulations.
I said veal. Braised Bradley Beal.
Veal Beal.
There's lots of, so they start now iteratively sending people back. So
yeah,
Antonio wins. Great. Good job, Antonio. Also, Mike, you did great. You go back.
You're safe. Go away.
Lots of shots of sad Blaze.
They love
his feet.
They have this like sound cue. Whenever something good happens for someone else, they cut to Blaze and they go, pow. They're really making you want to think Blaze is like hating everyone.
He does do this kind of like half, which I might do this too sometimes now that I think about it. Like half smile at people as they're leaving, which, though you can tell he's still disappointed, where it's just kind of like, he looks right back down at his feet. Just, guess I didn't do it this time. Okay. Guess my wife's going to leave me.
She's going to beat the shit out of me when I get home.
My wife's going to beat me up with her ice skates. And then she's going to leave me. He briefly looks up to say congrats to Mike, then right back down. Padma says, and Richard, you're going to the Bahamas.
Fucking mean this season.
So mean.
She even sells her face in these. Like in the last one, when she's like, Carla, and her face is like, I'm gonna have to send you home. I say it. And Tiffany, you're both going to the Bahamas. Tricked you motherfuckers. Got you.
Yeah, she's really feeling devious this episode. I think it's because they're all stars. So she's like, I can mess with these people. Who cares?
Yeah, I can fuck with them.
So they're both going. Everyone's going to the Bahamas again.
It's 5.
It's 5 going to the Bahamas out of New York City. They're not going to New York anymore. No one is signing Mike's yearbook. They're all excited. Isabella does say he wishes there were 4, not 5 going as soon as Tiffany and Carla come back. So on to the finals. That's our next
Bahamas,
episode.
baby.
We're going to Bahamas, baby.
And maybe we'll have 3 people here. I don't know. No promises, though.
No, we can't promise anything other than reviewing the podcast or the show. Like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm so tired.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
I'm staying up so late putting together these flyers for this school.
I thought it was going well. Is it? I mean,
it's going.
Be like real with me.
It's going terribly.
Oh God!
I sunk all my money into just buying land. I don't even
have a building.
I don't even have a building. I just got a bunch of land. I'm supposed to teach people self-defense. There's no walls.
Good land? Is it good land?
It's real bad. There's a lot of glass on the ground. And to be honest, there are computers hanging around there a lot that often beat up my students.
Oh God! Because it's like next to like a used computer facility. It's like next to there.
Yeah, computer store right next door. Yeah, that's a building too.
Oh man,
that's nice.
What?
You gave me a big thumbs up bubble.
Oh, I did. So that's a thing.
I don't know. Anyway, we did it. We did the episode.
Okay. All right. Do we do anything else at the end, or is that just it? We just say bye.
That's it. Well, no one was eliminated. We normally talk about that, but we're all there. They're all there. So we sail into the Bahamas in the final. Okay.
Well, then we'll see you guys in the Bahamas next week, and keep cool, my babies. Get them stone foods for us to go away.
This is fun. Absolutely. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.